Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am here with a viewer request for Song of Myself. That's the name of the song. The band is Nightwish, and I've done a couple of reactions to Nightwish so far. I'll put a link in the description to my playlist for them if you want to check out all of my reactions in one place. I will be adding more, I'm sure. When I looked up the lyrics for this song, they're incredibly long, and I probably will not be able to understand them during the song. So I'm going to go over them and I'll try to do it fairly quickly, even though they're quite long. So sit back and enjoy the story. I haven't read them yet. I just saw the length of them and then got them ready so I can go through. Songwriters are basically the members of the band. I'm not going to pronounce some of these names, although first names aren't too bad. Marco, Thomas, Empu, Yucca, I think. All right. The nightingale is still locked in the cage. The deep breath I took still poisons my lungs, and old oak sheltering me from the blue, sun bathing on its dead frozen leaves, a catnap in the ghost town of my heart. She dreams of story time and the river ghosts, of mermaids, of Whitmans, and the ride raving harlequins, gigantic toys. Whitmans, is that Walt? I'm not sure. A song of me, a song in need of a courageous symphony, a verse of me, a verse in need of a pure heart singing me to peace. All that great heart lying still and slowly dying, and a great heart lying still on an angel wing. All that great heart lying still in silent suffering, smiling like a clown until the show has come to an end. What is left for encore is the same old dead boy song. I'm not entirely sure what they're talking about here, but the imagery is amazing. Sung in silence, all that great heart lying still and slowly dying, all that great heart lying still on an angel wing. A midnight flight into Covington Woods, a princess and a panther by my side. These are territories I live for. I'd still give my everything to love you more. Well, that part I understand. Some of this may be alluding to other stories, Princess and Panther, that I'm not aware of, for example, or Covington Woods. A song of me, a song in need of a courageous symphony, a verse of me, a verse in need of a pure heart singing me to peace. I'm gonna move past some of the lines that we've already done. All that great heart lying still in silent suffering, smiling like a clown until the show has come to an end. What is left for encore is the same old dead boy song. Sometimes the sky is piano black. Oh, I missed something here. A silent symphony, a hollow opus, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes the sky is piano black over cleansing waters, resting pipes, verse of bore, rusting keys without a door. Sometimes the within is piano black over cleansing water. So the within inside of us, maybe. Yeah, it can be pretty dark. All that great heart lying still and slowly dying. All that great heart lying still on an angel wing. I see a slow, simple youngster by a busy street with a begging bowl in his shaking hand, trying to smile but hurting infinitely. Nobody notice. I do, but walk by. An old man gets naked and kisses a model doll in his attic. It's half light and he's in tears. When he finally comes, his eyes are cascading. So lots of pain and suffering going on here. Nobody notices I do but walk by, but everyone looking at you might think you didn't notice either, right? So it's not necessarily that they didn't notice, but just didn't do anything as did you. I see a beaten dog in a pungent alley. He tries to bite me. All pride has left his wild, drooling eyes. I wish I had my leg to spare. So I wish I could give it to the dog. A mother visits her son, smiles to him through the bars. She's never loved him more. So he's in jail, I guess. An obese girl enters an elevator with me, all dressed up fancy, a green butterfly on her neck. Terribly sweet perfume deafens me. Interesting. the, the, the scent, the smell affects your hearing. She's going to dinner alone. That makes her even more beautiful. So sort of seeing beauty in despair, seeing beauty in darkness, I guess. I see a model's face on a brick wall, a statue of porcelain perfection beside a violent city kill, a city that worships flesh. The first thing I ever heard was a wandering man telling his story. It was you, the grass under my bare feet, the campfire in the dead of the night, the heavenly black of sky and sea. It was us roaming the rainy roads, combing the gilded beaches, waking up to a new gallery of wonders every morn, bathing in places no one's seen before, shipwrecked on some matte-painted island, clad in nothing but the surf, beauty's finest robe. Well, maybe for some people. Yeah, you wouldn't want to see me that way. Beyond all mortality, we are swinging in the breath of nature, in early air of the dawn of life, a sight to silence the heavens. I want to travel where life travels, following its permanent lead, where the air tastes like snow music, where grass smells like fresh-born Eden. I would pass no man, no stranger, no tragedy or rapture. So, sort of utopia, the perfect place. The word wasn't coming to me there for a minute. I would bathe in a world of sensation, love, goodness, and simplicity, while violated and imprisoned by technology. Well, that's a switch there. But the thought of my family's graves was the only moment I used to experience true love. That love remains infinite, as I'll never be the man my father is. Well, um, yeah, that could be good or bad. How can you just be yourself when you don't know who you are? That's true. Stop saying, I know how you feel. How could anyone know how another feels? Also true, but often well intentioned when people say that. It's true. We can't really completely know, but we sometimes have an idea. I can't talk about all the lyrics. There's just far too many. It would take me, it'd be a 3 hour video at least. Um, who am I to judge a priest, beggar, whore, politician, wrongdoer? I am, you are, all of them already. Dear child, stop working, go play. Forget every rule. There's no fear in a dream. We all judge, though. I mean, I think you shouldn't judge too much, but I think we have to judge. It would be silly for me not to judge if I see people on the street, that, especially walking at night, and I'm not sure. I cross to the other side just to be safe. I'm probably wrong. They're probably the coolest, most wonderful people in the world, but I'm glad I made that judgment anyway, just to be safe. Is there a village inside this snowflake? A child asked me. What's the color of our lullaby? The children have amazing imaginations, and well, so, a lot of adults do too. And I used to love looking at my hand and trying to see the cells and the atoms and things and imagine that I was. I've never been so close to truth as then I touched its silver lining. Death is the winner in any war. Nothing noble in dying for your religion. True enough. For your country, for ideology, for faith, for another man. Yes, paper is dead without words. Ink idle without a poem. All the world dead without stories, without love and disarming beauty. Yeah, stories help us. Sometimes hurt us too, but they help us create our world, I guess. Careless realism costs souls. I don't believe in souls, so. Ever seen the Lord smile? All the care of the world made beautiful a sad man. Why do we still carry a device of torture around our necks? Not sure what they're saying there. Oh, how rotten your pre-apocalypse is, all you Bible black fools living over nightmare ground. I see all those empty cradles and wonder if man will ever change. That's true. I wonder that too. I too wish to be a decent man boy, but all I am is smoke and mirrors, still given everything may I be deserving, and there forever remains that change from G to E minor that I don't understand, but um, I too wish to be a decent man boy. Well, I think we often wonder, are we doing the most we can? Are we doing everything we should? Are we walking by those people that are in need? Could we help them? Would our help actually help them anyway? Um, Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It's it's more complicated, but I understand the sentiment of trying to be a good person, trying to be what you think you should be, and sometimes you think you should emulate your father or your mother or whatever, but sometimes I'm not sure that's the right idea either. You just have to be yourself. Song of myself. There's a lot in there, so I'm sure that you could extract, like I say, for hours, but it gives gives me and you hopefully some idea of the lyric. The lyrics are amazing, really, really well done. So let's get into the song now. Okay, here we are. Nightwish, Song of Myself, live at Wacken 2013. This is extended version, so it's going to be a very long video. Indeed, this is over 13 minutes, and I already went through the lyrics. Hopefully those are the correct lyrics. We shall see. Well, maybe we'll see. I knew I would have difficulty understanding all those lyrics throughout the song. I almost always on a first listen have difficulty understanding lyrics, even when they are in English, and songs I've heard over and over and over. Even sometimes I miss hearing the lyrics, so I used to read them all the time when we had the albums. So that's what I did. I read through them. Check in the description for a link to the artist channel, so you can go there and subscribe and like and comment. Support the artist. Check there for a link to my playlist for Nightwish as well, and also for a way to bump up your request if you want it much, much quicker than on the regular list. Just use one of the donation methods. All right, let's get going with Song of Myself. Here we go. Looks like Marco, I think. Very dramatic. Got Fleur there.
The deep breath I took still poisons my lungs. An old oak sheltering me from the blue. Sunbathing on its dead frozen leaves. Up in the ghost down on my
Wow. Amazing. I did jot down the names, so I should maybe have a look. So, of course, Floor Jansen vocals, Marco bass and vocals. I'm not going to try some of these last names. Thomas or Tuomas, I'm not sure. Keys, Ampu, guitars, Yucca, drums, and Troy, pipes and low whistles. I'm not sure how you say Julian pipes, something like that. So amazing artists, all of them. Floor's amazing vocals, really incredible, very powerful right off the top here. Those pipes are incredible too. All right, let's go. Marco looks like a Viking. Any viewers said they weren't headbanging, they were doing the windmill or something. Imagine the power and the energy coming from this percussive music. Nice. I like the smiles you see from them occasionally too. Drummers getting good work out. Powerful. Change from G to E minor, so. Doing a bit of a shift here. Sorry about that, an advertisement popped up unexpectedly there, so I had to kind of edit that out. All right, let's continue on here. In loving memory of Anne Waychoff. Let me check my notes here. I think that name, Gabriel let me know. Yes. One of the biggest Nightwish fans who has passed away, and he sent me all this information in her memory. Yeah, okay, so I guess she was a huge fan that coordinated a lot of information and passed it along, etc. And yeah, okay, so let's see.
I see a slow, simple youngster by a busy street, with a begging bowl in his shaking hand, trying to smile but hurting him infinitely. Nobody notices. I do but walk by. An old man gets naked and kisses a model doll in his attic. It's half light and he's in tears. When he finally comes, his eyes are cascading. I see a beaten dog in a pungent alley. He tries to bite me. All pride has left his wild, drooling eyes. I wish I had my leg to spare. mother visits her son, smiles to him through the bars. She's never loved him more. And a beast girl enters an elevator with me, all dressed up fancy, a green butterfly on her neck. Terribly sweet perfume deafens me. She's going to dinner alone. That makes her even more beautiful. I see a model's face on a brick wall, a statue of porcelain perfection beside a violent city kill. A city that worships flesh.
The first thing I ever heard was a wandering man telling his story. It was you, the grass under my bare feet, the campfire in the dead of the night, the heavenly black of sky and sea.
It was us, roaming the rainy roads, combing the gilded beaches, waking up to a new gallery of wonders every morning, bathing in places no one's seen before, shipwrecked on some matte-painted island, clad in nothing but the surf, beauty's finest rose.
Beyond all mortality we are, swinging in the breath of nature, in the air of the dawn of life, a sight to silence the heavens.
I want to travel where life travels, following its permanent lead, where the air tastes like snow music, where grass smells like fresh-born Eden. I would pass no man, no stranger, no tragedy or rapture. I would bathe in a world of sensation, love, goodness, and simplicity.
While violated and imprisoned by technology.
Cool.
The thought of my family's graves was the only moment I used to experience true love. That love remains infinite.
As I never be the man my father is.
How can you just be yourself when you don't know who you are? Stop saying, I know how you feel. How could anyone know how another feels?
Who am I to judge a priest, beggar, or politician, wrongdoer? I am, you are, all of them already.
Like how they move the voice across left to right, right to left.
Go play, forget every rule. There's no fear in a dream.
Is there a village inside this snowflake?
A child asked me.
What's the color of our lullaby?
Good question.
I've never been so close to truth as then I touched its silver lining.
Death is the winner in any war. Nothing noble in dying for your religion,
For your country, for ideology, for faith, for another man. Yes.
Wow.
Paper is dead without words, ink idle without a poem, all the world dead without stories.
Without love and the Sami beauty.
Careless realism costs souls.
Ever seen the Lord smile? All the care for the world made beautiful a sad man. Why do we still carry a device of torture around our necks? Oh, how rotten your pre-apocalypse is. All you Bible black fools living over nightmare ground. I see all those empty cradles and wonder if man will ever change. I too wish to be a decent man boy, but all I am is smoke and mirrors. Still, given everything, may I be deserving. And there forever remains that change from G to E minor.
Okay. The bar was getting very close. I'm afraid the advertisements are going to pop up there. I already have some editing to do to get all these pieces together, but yeah, that was incredible. I didn't know they were going to do that. I maybe could have skipped over some of the lyrics at the beginning. Beautiful listening to it with the music and the various voices coming in. I don't know the speaking voices well enough to know who's who here, but yeah, that was incredible. Great imagery. I'm wondering about the torture the device of torture around our necks. I'm thinking that must be wearing a cross. You won't find me wearing one. So maybe just because of some of the other talk here, all you Bible black fools living over nightmare ground, and the idea of fighting over religion and fighting over other things too. But often religion is it's used to get everybody on side, excited. God is on our side, and the problem is God's on that side too, or whatever you call that entity. It's on everybody, apparently on everybody's side. So yeah, I don't know how you figure that one out, but really, really super imagery, fantastic. I thought they did an amazing job. Like I say, there are so many things that could be said, but there's just too much. It would be hours and hours long. So I'll leave it there, but you can definitely let me know in the comments what the song means to you, how you feel about it. A lot of people probably listen to the music and don't delve into the lyrics. Other people will definitely delve into the lyrics. You could see a lot of the audience members were singing some of the words to the song, so definitely they're well into it. Let me know what you think. Of course, let me know what else you would like me to react to. I'll add it to the regular list. If you want it quick, check in the description so you can bump it up and get it a lot faster. Check there for a link to the artist channel too, as I say, and don't forget to subscribe here. I'm going to leave it there just so this doesn't go on forever and bore you to death. It is Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening, keep having fun. Until next time, bye bye for now.